Welcome to Tune No Key Story Time. For this segment we are going to talk about the story behind the song Blackbird, by Paul McCartney with the Beatles and how it came to be. Blackbird, composed and performed by Paul McCartney for the Beatles' White Album. Blackbird is a delicate acoustic piece hidden away as the 11th track on a double album, a song that was never a charted hit, have become one of the top 10 most covered songs of all time. Shortly after returning from India, where he was learning the art of Transcendental Meditation with the other Beatles, Paul wrote Blackbird while at High Park Farm in Kintyre, Scotland in April of 1968. The original inspiration was from a well-known piece by Bach's Bourree in E minor. Part of its structure is a particular harmonic thing between the melody and the bass line. Paul developed the melody based on Bach's piece and he took it to another level, and words are fitted just right. As for the lyrics, Paul relates, "I had in mind a black woman, rather than a bird. Those were the days of the civil rights movement, which all of us cared passionately about, so this was really a song from me to a black woman, experiencing these problems in the States. The black people's struggle in the southern states, and I was using the symbolism of a blackbird. It's not really about a blackbird whose wings are broken, you know. It's a bit more symbolic." The first time Blackbird was committed to tape recording was on May 29, 1968. One of the many demo recordings made at George Harrison's Kinthorne's home in Esher, Surrey, on an Ampex 4-track machine. This recording consists of Paul on acoustic guitar and vocals, both double-tracked, with a slight bit of bird sound effects courtesy of John in the background. It was the fourth White Album song to be started but the first to be completed, since it was completely recorded in one day, this day being June 11, 1968. Documents show the session beginning in ME Studio 2 at 6:30 p.m. Both the stereo and mono mixes that were released to the public were made on October 13, 1968, by George Martin and engineers Ken Scott and John Smith in the control room of ME Studio 2. The only notable difference between the stereo and mono mixes is the placement of bird sound effects, which were added to the song at this mixing stage. The mono mix leaves the open space in the song completely quiet enough to pick up the sound of actual birds singing during Paul's outdoor performance, while the stereo mix includes blackbirds from the sound effects tape chirping nicely in the open space of the song. The bird sound effects were courtesy of Volume 7, Birds of Feather, from the Abbey Road Tape Sound Effects Collection. Stuart Eltham recalls, "I taped that on one of the first portable ME tape recorders, in my back garden in Ickenham, about 1965. There are two recordings, one of the bird singing, the other making an alarm sound when I startled it." Paul explains the desire to have this sound effect on the song. "The only point where we were thinking of putting anything on it was where it comes back in at the end, stops, and then comes back in. The bird did a very good job. He sings very well on that," says Stuart Eltham. If you find this channel interesting, please don't hesitate to subscribe, and click the notification button, to keep you posted for new uploads. Thanks.